Hello, good morning. Guess we are doing well this Sunday morning. This morning, I want us to reconsider a story, a very popular story in the Bible. When Jesus was teaching, most of his wisdom were transmitted through stories, and some of these stories have deeper truth, deeper wisdom than what our moral and religious mind has made us to understand. We're considering the story, the prodigal son. It's the story of this man with two kids, and the younger one, always the younger one, requested his own parts of the inheritance. And have you reason to ask why the younger one? Why not the other one? Look at what first son always, they're always so committed to their father's business. They're always so committed to keeping the ideals of their fathers' doctrines, their home and their culture, the first son, and what the society also has placed on the first son. So the first son always see it like, if I need to abide by, I need to be the best child. There's always this rivalry. The first son always want to be the best child because of course, culturally we have inheritance stuff and what have you. But in this case, this young man saying that, see, it's as if this man died now, uh, nothing will reach me. And beyond that, he's saying that and asking for his own portion at that moment. There's something in this young man that we don't understand. Of course, in the Bible, he stated that he lived a prodigal life. He went to waste. But in this journey, I believe he has learned a lot of lessons that will help him expand even the father's fortune far abroad. He traveled, the Bible said he traveled to a far country. We don't know how far that country is, or was from where they were, but it was a far country. And what was he looking for? He was looking for a more civilized society for him to gain, to learn, and to enjoy from. You know, there's something common with every living thing. No matter even the cockroach you see, or human or big animals, we're all looking for pleasure and we want to avoid pain. He was in search of pleasure, to have left with all what has been given to him, and he went there. So I believe he went there seeking pleasure, creating new ties, knowing the culture, the technology of other countries, in the hope. I won't just believe that he would love to see the end for him to just go and squander those resources. He is, or he was, an investor. Quote me if you like, don't agree with me, because they said he spent it with harlot. That does not mean he doesn't have other qualities. He must have been an investor for the Bible to make it clear that at a point there was famine in that land. What does famine? Famine don't famine don't affect people that are poor that much. It affects people that have resources. So as things, we can call it economic recession. Maybe businesses that he put his money, his resources went down with that famine. Even the poor become poorer. Those that have could not barely feed. And that again is another point to bring him to learn skills. Maybe he has never thought of it. And the Bible said he began to feed. He joined himself with a citizen of the country, and he now began to work on farm, and he was feeding pigs. You might say, oh, pigs are dirty. Oh, but there is so much money in piggery. So he his job is not just feeding. He has learned the act of crossbreeding the pigs. He has learned the act of taking care of the pigs. He has learned the business of piggery. So please don't agree with me on this, don't agree with me. So for him to go in and feed pigs, of course, the other part we'll get from the religious angle was he was eating the food of the pigs. Of course, now where you they walk, you go chop. It means those food that were given to those pigs were so good. It's not just trash. They're not dirty food. There might be soya beans, there might be other things, and he is preparing his own meal out of it. This is my understanding. He's preparing his own meal out of it. He is feeding from the pig farm, maybe through salary or through handout or through, but he survived there. Not just surviving there, he learned lessons, critical lessons, technical lessons from working on that farm. Of course, he must have gotten to a point to say, okay, I've learned this, but man, things are still not improving. The economy has not picked up. Why don't I return back to that my country? Maybe it's even Nigeria. Why don't I return back to my country and go beg my father that indeed I have wasted? In his thinking, he was hoping he will come back with 100-fold of what he has gotten from his dad. But he came back poor, not just poor, he came back with the description we have in the Bible. He came back almost like a madman. No shoes, no good clothing. For them to give him shoes, new shoes, you should know that maybe the guy don't even have money to, I don't know the means of transport in that time, don't have money for flight. He might go through ship or even trek. Maybe he trekked all the way from, let's say, somewhere from like Libya to Nigeria, and he must have been so dejected, so frustrated, like he must have emaciated. So these are part of the things that he's coming with, and the dad getting to see that is my son. Even when the paparazzi is not looking the way he used to be, but he still recognized him. And the dad brought him, accepted him as a son. Of course, in